I'm Michelle Rose with Little Miss Rose Photography. I am dedicated to creating memories and capturing his family's stories in unique and imaginative ways. I create custom sessions for every family's unique needs. The summer of 2017 is when I started my own business, and I have about 8 years of overall photography experience. So I began, I reached out to a few photographers in the area and to some other local businesses to find out all of the required legal licenses and DBAs versus LLCs, and obtained all of my legal paperwork that way. I rented a space from another photographer, as I didn't have my own studio yet, for about 3 times a month or so. I would fill those days, and then a few months later I was in business. So I worked for a portrait studio, so that helped with learning posing and a little bit of sales and marketing and things like that. It taught me a lot with lighting, but I realized I didn't want to work for a company anymore that set my schedule and set everything else. I wanted to pursue my own business. One of the biggest things that working at the portrait studio actually taught me wasn't actually photography related. It was that people can have fun at work. It's not something that needs to be dreaded to go to work. You can make a difference in people's lives without, being a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. I had moms, hug me after sessions. I got to know families that kept coming back. I did learn, how to pose families. I did learn how to set up backgrounds. I learned, customer service and a little bit of sales. So it was very well-rounded in what I learned. I truly think that helped, me decide how I wanted to run my business and what kind of experience I wanted to provide. So I actually think my biggest competitor is myself, and having to keep striving and learning to keep growing and set myself apart. One thing that I think does set me apart is I like to use color. I'm not a natural neutral tone photographer. I love working with color, creating bright, vibrant photos, but still having newborns or the subject pop and be the center of the image. I'm a huge believer in community over competition. I meet with other photographers in the area. We have coffee dates, exchange props or backgrounds. Rochester actually has a very great group of family and newborn photographers. So I really think the hardest struggle I've had personally is about 1.5 years ago. I had some pregnancy complications and I had to temporarily close my studio. Those complications led to having a preemie at home. So there's about a 9-10 month period where I didn't take any clients and I wasn't active in my marketing and I wasn't active in sustaining the business. So something that being self-employed doesn't have is short-term disability and maternity leave, and all of your work is there when you're back. So I really struggled with coming back from a break that long, to get back into my marketing and keep going with clients and bring my business back to what it was. So the hardest decision I've had to make is probably about 4 or 5 months ago now. I ditched having a part-time job. I had always had a reliable part-time source of income, and the hardest decision I had to make was to really dive in with both feet and pursue my business full-time. My whole family had to take that leap of faith, and I'm so glad that we did. At first, my family is very supportive. And I did always have that part-time job. If I could go back, I would definitely, do some of that differently in how I started, as I didn't really know at that time what I was doing. I had just decided why not and to go for it. So I thought, because I wanted to do a business in this. So, I got my licenses and I started charging, and my skills weren't there yet with photography. I wasn't consistent with my editing and what I was producing. I wasn't, sure how to get clients. So I thought, of course, I need to price myself cheap. I need to price myself, because my skills aren't there and I'm new and people don't know me, and I wanted, to just get going. And the problem with that is I didn't run my cost of doing business, so I was not profitable at all. You don't really realize that you're paying people to get their photos. Every time I up my prices, I had to break into a new market. There's people that can only afford this much, or there's people that don't value what you do, so they only want to spend this much. There's people that want way more than you offer, and they're looking for, photographers that are going to be more expensive than you. So there are all these different markets, and the problem is breaking into a new clientele in a new market every single time you up your prices. If I could go back, I would have done a few, business courses ahead of time. I would have started, perfect my skills and everything before I started charging, and I would have come right out of the gate with profitable, sustainable prices to eliminate all that pain of growing pains. Every time, it's a lot better to just, start marketable, start sustainable, and then you get that reputation. You don't get a reputation as a, $75 photographer who's going to give you photos. You come out with, pricing and an investment, and people are going to love what you provide. So that is something I would definitely change. I'm happy with the business I'm in. I am happy with my business at this time, but I like to keep striving to move forward and growing. I'm actually working on a little bit of changes in my business model and switching to an in-person sales as opposed to all-inclusive digital files. I believe that digital era photographers have really lost touch with providing prints and products, of quality to our clients. It's something that our clients, there's consumer labs out there, but they don't have the same professional quality. So we're not providing a full service and experience to our customers if we're just sending them off digital files and saying you create your own album, make your own wall portrait, design your own wall. Where I'm really making those changes is to enhance my customer experience and provide a very full, well-rounded start to finish experience for my clients. I don't really see myself adding other photographers, maybe like partnering with somebody doing like collaborative events. When I have like twins or something, or a day of mini sessions, I do have an assistant that comes in and helps me. But I love to be the one interacting with my clients. I love to be the one on the phone with them. I love to be the one photographing them. I really love to watch the kids, grow over the years and get, that relationship with the clients. So I kind of plan on keeping it a one-woman show, maybe, an assistant or something here and there. But, the main growth that I want to do is in customer experience and products. So honestly, I don't really know. I have, some siblings that sometimes show interest in photography, or if either one of my daughters, wants to pursue it, I would definitely be open to helping transition the business to them. I don't really see myself, just sending clients to, other people. I kind of see just kind of, letting go of the business altogether. I really do pour my heart and soul into being, very unique in there. So, I wouldn't really want to send the clients that are used to, my color and all of that to, someone that shoots a little bit, more natural, neutral tones. But if somewhere along the way someone comes in that really, is interested in taking it over when I retire, I'm definitely open to it. I put in long nights, I put in late hours, and it's a lot. You gotta have thick skin to do this, and there's setbacks. We just gotta keep going and keep growing. And I think that is being goal-oriented that has really helped me. Is I have a goal and I strive to accomplish it, and then right on to the next goal, and you just got to keep going. And I think that's what's been a big factor in being able to create the business that I have.